welcome back to It's English Version. So today I've got you the very first English grammar lesson of my YouTube channel. It's all about tenses. Tenses are extremely important part of English grammar. I know a lot of you don't know tenses. Many of you don't understand what they are and find it so difficult to understand them. Many of you may have studied it in junior classes, but now they are completely vanished from your minds. But in today's video, I'll be explaining you all tenses in an easy way. Actually, there are three tenses: present, past, and future, and each of these three tenses have three subparts each. So in total, we have 16 tenses. Now I'll be explaining you the usage, the rule means how to form the sentence in each tense, and two examples of each. So in this way, we'll be completing all our 16 tenses with their usage, example, and rules. And I'm sure after this lesson, all the tenses will be clear in your minds. The quote of the day is, "The greatest test of courage on earth is to bear the defeat without losing heart." The greatest test of courage on earth is to bear the defeat without losing heart. Now let's learn about the tenses. Now, let's talk about present tense. So, the number one present tense is simple present. It is used for general truths, or you can say universal truths, habitual actions or habits, unchanging situations or professions and work, etc. You can say something that will happen, or that is the fact, that is truth, that can be changed. Those things come under simple present. So the rule for simple present is subject plus first form of verb plus predicate. Predicate is also known as object. So for example, I study English. So I is the subject, study is the first form of verb, and English is the predicate. Or number two, the courier comes in the evening. The courier is the subject. Comes is the first form of the verb. In the evening is the predicate. So in both these sentences, there is the truth. There is general truth. Let's say in second one, it is the truth that it is true that the courier will come in the evening. It is a routine, it will happen. I study English. It means that you will study English. You study English. It doesn't matter when you study or where you study, but this is the truth that you study English. It's your action. It's your daily routine. So this was simple present. Number two subtense of present tense is present perfect. Present perfect is used to show an action that began in the past and continued to present time or finished in present time. Something or some work that started in past. Let's say some work started yesterday and it finished or it ended today. The rule for this one is subject plus has. Has we use if it's for singular, and have we use it if it's for plural, and third form of the verb and object or predicate, it both means the same. For example, I have studied English. Or second example, the guest has arrived. So let me tell you one thing that in all the tenses I'll be explaining. The first example I've taken is the same content. It will be studying in English. You will be studying English. And the second example is different in every tense, subtense. So that's just for making you understand with one single example. Now let's see. You have started studying English maybe sometime in the past, let's say 3 o'clock. And now you are saying this sentence that I have studied English on 5 o'clock. So it means the studying part started on 3 o'clock and now it's finished on 5 o'clock. So the work was started in the past and now it's finished in the present. The second one, the guest has arrived. It means that the guest departed from their home a lot earlier and now they have arrived. Now they has arrived, so it means that it is completed in the present. Now next one is present continuous. Present continuous is used to refer to an action which is going on, something which is continuing now also. That is why it's continuous, present continuous. Rule number 1. Rule, just rule, not one. Subject plus is or are or am plus verb first form plus ing plus predicate. Actually, this is verb first, means verb first form. I've just written the short form. For example, I am studying English. Second one, she is eating food. So in first example, you are studying English. It means you are now also studying English. And the second one, she is eating food. It means she is now also eating food. She hasn't stopped eating food, or she will not eat food. She is eating food actually. Number 4 and the last subpart of present tense is present perfect continuous. It means some action is used to express an action which began in the past and is still continuing to present. Actually, it's the combination of present perfect tense and present continuous. So some action which like begin in the past, something you have been doing and now also you're doing. Let's see the rule. The rule is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb first form plus ing plus predicate. For example, I have been studying English. So you have started studying English earlier and now also you're studying English. Number 2, they have been practicing since morning. So they have started their practice in the morning and they are practicing now also. So this was the combination of present perfect and present continuous. Something or some action which started in the past and continuing in the future. Sorry, not future, present. Now let's come to past tense. So the first past tense, or subpart of past tense, is simple past. It is used to refer to an action which was done in past. Something, some action that was completed in the past. Its rule is subject plus verb second form plus predicate. Example, I studied yesterday. You studied yesterday and the work was started yesterday and the work ended yesterday. So it was done in the past. Next, we saw a beautiful rainbow. You saw a beautiful rainbow. It was like the action is completed. It was in the past. You saw. So here we have used the verb second form, studied and saw. Next we have past perfect. It is used to refer to events that happened prior to other events in the past. If you know what prior means earlier or initially. So it is used to refer to events that happened before the other events in the past. Let's say yesterday you were eating and then you were playing the basketball. So the events that happened prior or that happened earlier means you were eating. So here we're talking about eating, not playing basketball. Its rule is subject plus had plus verb third form and predicate. For example, I had studied English. Number 2, she had cooked some food. So it means that after studying English, you had done something else in the past. But we are talking about studying English. So I had studied English and she had cooked some food. After cooking some food, she had done maybe something else also. We are talking about cooking food. So she had cooked some food. Next, past continuous. Past continuous is used to refer to an action which was going on in past. Something that was going on, that was continuing in the past. Its rule, subject plus was for singular and verb for plural, plus was first form of verb plus ing plus predicate. Example, I was studying English. So you were studying English but in the past. Second, they were going shopping. They were going shopping in the past, not in the present. That action was continuing, not in the present, but in the past. So for that situation, we use past continuous. Now, let's talk about past perfect continuous. Actually, you may be wondering about the numbering. This is numbered third one, and the past continuous was numbered fourth one. Actually, I made a mistake writing, so really sorry. But actually, past continuous will come first if you'll be going in the normal way, serial-wise way, and then past perfect continuous will come after that. So it is used for an action that began before the start of second action in past and continued up to that time or stopped just before it. So it is again the combination of past perfect and past continuous. Some action that began before the start of another action, but in the past. Something, let's say you were studying English, and then after that you started playing, but the prior action, the action you were doing before, means you were studying, so the studying part continued to that time or just stopped before it. So there we use past perfect continuous. Let's see it with example. So the rule for this is subject plus had been plus verb first form plus ing plus predicate. For example, I had been studying English. You started studying English, then you started doing something else, but you just finished the action, or you just stopped doing the action before the start of second action. So, number second, the children had been playing before the storm started. So this means the children were playing, they were continuing to play. But the storm started, so they stopped playing. So just before the storm started, they stopped playing. So what the second one means is that first of all, children were playing, and secondly, the storm started. So just when the storm started, the children stopped playing. And they were playing before that. An example one. I had been studying English. You were studying English, you were continuing your work, you were continuing to study, but then some second action happened and then you stopped. So this was present perfect continuous. I'm so sorry, past perfect continuous. Now let's come to future. Number one is simple future. It is used to refer to an action that is yet to take place. It means that some action will start in the future. It's not yet started, it's not yet begin, and it will start, but in the future. Rule: subject plus shall or will plus verb first form plus predicate. Example number one: I will study English. You will study English. You haven't studied English. You have not finished studying English. You will study English. Number two, he will call you this evening. So he will, the action is yet to take place in the evening. Maybe now it's the morning or afternoon. So in the evening. Next one, future perfect. Future perfect is used to refer to an action, to actions or stay that will finish sometime in the future before start of another event in the future. I really apologize for the dogs. Actually, my neighbor has a dog, so that's fine. I'm sorry. So, it means some action that will finish sometime in the future before another event. Let's say you were playing and then you started working on a project. So it means that your playing will finish sometime in the future. Before you start working on a project, it will finish sometime, but in the future, and before the starting of your playing. So rule: subject plus will or shall plus have plus verb third form plus predicate. Example 1: I will have studied English. It means you will start studying English in the future and you will have completed it by such and such time, or by whatever time. It is not mentioned and there is no need to mention it, but you are saying that you will have you will have studied English by before start of another action. Number 2, Gina will have met the professor by the day of tomorrow. By the day after tomorrow, Gina will have met the professor. The action will start in the future and it will end in the future, but before the start of another action. Maybe you are saying that Gina will have to go to another city that time, but she'll be saying, or someone else will be saying on her behalf, that she will have met the professor by the day after tomorrow. So after that, she can go. So this is future perfect. Third one is future continuous. It is used to refer to an action that will be going on at some time in the future. It means that some action that will be continuing till some time in the future. Let's say some action started. You started working on a project, and that working on your project will continue to some time in the future. Rule: subject plus will or shall plus be plus verb first form plus ing plus predicate. Example 1, I will be studying English. Number 2, Mark will be performing at the talent contest. So it means, first of all, first example means I will be studying English. It means you will be studying English. You will start studying English and you will continue studying English till some time. Number 2, Mark will be performing at the talent contest. So Mark will start performing at the talent contest and then he will finish his performance. So that will happen sometime after that in the future. So it will continue till some time. So that is performing. So the last tense we have is future perfect continuous. It is used to show that something will continue until a particular time or event in the future. Rule: subject plus will or have plus been plus verb first form plus ing plus plus predicate. Actually, in the rule I've made a mistake in writing. Actually, the have and been are compulsory to write, but there is an option between will or shall. As you can see in example 2, I've written shall, and in example 1, I've written will. So the rule will be subject plus will, or you can use shall plus have plus been plus verb first form plus ing and plus predicate. Let's understand this with an example. I will have been studying English. So it means you will start your studying sometime in the future, and you will stop studying before the start of another action. Means you will not have finished, you will be studying before the start of another event. Example 2, Will shall have been fighting this case for 20 years by next July. By next July, you will have been fighting. It means that your duration of fighting will be 20 years by the next July, because next July is in course and it is in future. So it means that your fighting will complete its 20 years by the next July. And the number one example says that you will have been studying English till that time, or it's like understood till that time. Let's say let's say it's 1 o'clock, and you will have been studying English till 3 o'clock. So it is telling us that in the future you will start studying English, and then you will have been studying English till that time in the future. So these were all the tenses that we have discussed. We have discussed 16 tenses: 4 for present, 4 for past, 4 for future. Now let's compare, or let's make you more understand. Let's make it you more confirm by taking one simple topic, one single example. Let's say she writes letters. So we'll be discussing all these tenses again, all the 16 tenses again, with this same example. Someone is writing a letter, or she is writing a letter. She writes a letter. She, write, and letter. Also. So number 1 is simple present. So now I hope you will be able to distinguish between what is simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. She writes a letter. She is writing a letter. She has written a letter. She has been writing a letter. If you're not also confused, go back and listen to the video again. You'll be more clear by that. Let me make it more proper to you. When there is continuous, there will be the use of ing, because in the verb, with the verb writing, let's say writing or working or speaking or laughing. So because it is continuous, the action is continuing, that is why we have used ing. Writing. She is writing a letter. She has been writing a letter. Doesn't matter, it's perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, but there is continuous, so there will be use of ing. Next one, she wrote a letter. She was writing a letter. She had written a letter. She had been writing a letter. So number one is simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. I hope now past is also clear to you. Now you'll be able to distinguish between what is simple past and past perfect, and also now you'll be able to distinguish, I hope you'll be able to distinguish, that what is past perfect continuous and what is present perfect continuous. Now about the future. She will write a letter. She will be writing a letter. She will have written a letter, and she will have been writing a letter. So in future tense we use shall or will. It is compulsory in every part of future tense. The will or shall will come. So guys, we have discussed all the 16 tenses, present tenses with its 4 subparts, past tense and future tense. I hope now you'll not be afraid of tenses anymore. If you are having any problem now, so you just can go back, rewind the video and watch it again. And I hope you have liked it. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and if you want to tell something, you can comment. Thanks for watching.